Good morning, everyone. This is Saujanya working as assistant professor in CSE department at GRIT. In this lecture, we are going to learn next topic in the virtualization, that is virtualization of CPU, memory, and I/O devices. Here in the first one, already in the last lecture, we already know about the CPU virtualization, memory virtualization. In this lecture, we are going to learn about the IO virtualization. IO virtualization involves managing the routing of IO requests between the virtual devices and the shared physical hardware. There are three ways to implement IO virtualization: full device emulation, para virtualization, and direct IO. Then we will let us see each one by one. Full device emulation. Full device emulation approaches emulates all the functions of device or bus infrastructure. Example: device enumeration, identification, interrupts, and DMA are replicated in software. This software is located in the VMM and act as a virtual device. The IO access request of the guest OS are trapped in the VMM, which interacts with the IO devices shown in the figure. See here, this picture shows that how the full device emulation is there. Here, device driver, guest device driver, virtual device. This is the complete virtualization layer which having that emulates the virtual device, remaps the guest and real IO address, multiplexes and drives the physical device, IO features, and CODIS, real device. This is the real device. It's nothing but the host is computer, maybe different from the other virtual devices. It is a single hardware device can be shared by multiple virtual machines that run on concurrently. Next, we will learn about the para-virtualization method of hyper-virtualization. The para-virtualization method of hyper-virtualization is typically used in Zen. It is also known as the split driver model, consisting of a front-end driver and a back-end driver. The front-end driver is running in the domain U and the back-end driver is running in the domain 0. They interact with each other via a block of shared memory. The front-end driver manages the IO request of the guest OS. The back-end driver is responsible for managing the real IO devices and multiplexing the IO data of different virtual machines. Although para-IO virtualization achieves better device performance than full device emulation, it comes with a higher CPU overhead. Next, direct IO virtualization. This direct IO virtualization lets the VM access devices directly. It can achieve close to native performance without high CPU cost. Some are the challenges here with the direct IO virtualization. Example: when a physical device is reclaimed for later reassignment, it may have been set to an arbitrary state that can function incorrectly or even crash the whole system. Since software-based IO virtualization requires a very high overhead of device emulation, hardware-assisted IO virtualization is critical. Intel VTDD supports the remapping of a IO DMA transfer and device-generated interrupted. Next, virtualization in multi-core process. Virtualizing a multi-core processor is relatively more complicated than virtualizing a unicore process. Though multi-core processors have higher performance by integrating multiple processor cores in a single chip, there are mainly two difficulties in this one. One is application program must be parallelized to use all cores fully, and software must explicitly assign tasks to the cores, which is a very complex problem. For this, new programming models, languages, and libraries are needed to make parallel programming easier. The second challenge has spanned research involving scheduling algorithms and resource management policies. Next is the physical versus virtual processor cores. Wells proposed a multi-core virtualization technique which alleviates the burden and inefficiency of the managing hardware resources by software. It is located under the ISA and remains unmodified by the operating system or hypervisor. The technique of a software visible vCPU moving from one core to another and temporarily suspending execution of a VPCU when there are no appreciate cores on which it can run. Multi-core virtualization method that exposes 4 VPCUs to the software when only 3 cores are present shown in the figure. This is a multi-core virtualization method. Here physical cores are there, virtual procs are here. This is a ISA model which we already learned in. This is the implementation level of the virtualization. This is the system software, threads and guest virtual machines. Software threads, or we can call it as a guest virtual machines. This we are calling as a chips. This is a system software. So in this way, we physical versus virtual process will be connected. Here, you in the middle, we are having the instruction set architecture. Thank you. I think in this lecture you can understand what I explained is virtualization of CPU and memory as well as the IO infrastructure. Okay. Thank you. Hope everything is fine. Thank